Our prime purpose in this life is to help others. And if you can't help them, at least don't hurt them. Dalai Lama. The quote you've mentioned is often attributed to the Dalai Lama, reflecting a philosophy of compassion and non-harm that is central to many ethical systems, including Buddhism. It underscores the importance of altruism and the moral imperative to assist those in need. Additionally, it emphasizes the principle of ahimsa, or nonviolence, suggesting that if one is unable to provide aid, one should at least abstain from causing harm. This is a universal sentiment that resonates across various cultures and beliefs, reinforcing the idea that our actions should contribute positively to the lives of others or, at the very least, not contribute negatively. Love and compassion are necessities, not luxuries. Without them, humanity cannot survive. Dalai Lama. The sentiment expressed by the Dalai Lama in this quote is a profound reflection on the human condition, emphasizing the intrinsic value of love and compassion in our lives. In his view, these are not mere adornments to a well-lived life, but rather its very essence. He suggests that without a fundamental, shared experience of love and compassion, the fabric of society would unravel, leading to a breakdown in the ability to cooperate, empathize, and coexist peacefully. The Dalai Lama's message is rooted in the idea that our shared humanity is bound together by these core emotions, which transcend cultural, religious, and social boundaries. Love and compassion are seen as the forces that motivate us to act ethically, to care for the vulnerable, and to strive for a more just and humane world. They fuel our capacity for altruism and are the basis for our most cherished relationships. They enable parents to nurture their children, communities to support their members in times of need, and societies to come together in solidarity during crises. Moreover, in the context of an increasingly interconnected global community, the Dalai Lama's words take on added significance. As we face complex challenges such as poverty, conflict, and environmental degradation, the cultivation of love and compassion becomes imperative for mobilizing collective action and for fostering the resilience necessary to adapt and thrive. In essence, love and compassion are the social glue that binds individuals together, creating networks of support and mutual care. They are the moral compass that guides our actions towards the greater good. The Dalai Lama implies that the survival of humanity hinges on our ability to not only recognize our interdependence, but to act on it through these fundamental emotional experiences. Without them, our societies risk devolving into divisiveness and indifference, threatening the very survival of our species. His words are a call to action, urging each individual to recognize and nurture love and compassion within themselves and to manifest these qualities in their interactions with others.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more valuable quotes from the legends.
Be kind whenever possible. It is always possible. Dalai Lama. This quote attributed to the Dalai Lama is a powerful and succinct directive that emphasizes the importance of kindness as a fundamental, ever-present choice in human interaction. The message is clear: kindness is not contingent on circumstances, it is a behavior that can be adopted at any time, in any situation. It suggests that even when faced with challenges, stress, or adversity, individuals have the capacity to choose a kind response. The underlying philosophy here is one of personal agency and moral conduct. The Dalai Lama is asserting that we always have control over our actions and can opt for kindness, which is not only beneficial to others but also enriching to one's own life. It implies that kindness is a universally accessible trait, not limited by one's status, wealth, or position. This principle is foundational in many ethical frameworks and spiritual traditions, where the act of kindness is seen as a reflection of one's character and a measure of a compassionate society. By suggesting that kindness is always a possibility, the Dalai Lama encourages individuals to rise above negativity or hostility and to contribute positively to the well-being of others through seemingly small but impactful acts of goodwill. It's an invitation to make kindness a habitual practice, to be woven into the fabric of daily life, thereby enhancing the quality of human interactions and nurturing a more compassionate world. My religion is very simple. My religion is kindness. Dalai Lama. This statement, often attributed to the Dalai Lama, distills the essence of his spiritual outlook into a single, approachable concept: kindness. By equating religion with kindness, he simplifies the often complex doctrines and rituals associated with religious practice to a universal principle that is accessible and relevant to everyone, regardless of their faith or lack thereof. Kindness, as described here, transcends theological debates and dogma. It becomes a practice, a way of living that honors the interconnectedness of all beings. This perspective aligns with the core Buddhist values of compassion, karuna, and loving kindness, metta, which the Dalai Lama, as a prominent Buddhist leader, espouses. However, the simplicity of this message allows it to resonate beyond Buddhism, appealing to a common humanistic thread that can be found in many spiritual and moral frameworks around the world. In this sense, the Dalai Lama's religion of kindness is not about ritual worship or adherence to a set of beliefs, but about the daily practice of empathy, consideration, and altruism. It's about how we treat others and the intention behind our actions. By advocating kindness as his religion, the Dalai Lama invites us to judge religious or spiritual success not by the strictness of our observance, but by the depth of our compassion and the quality of our relationships with others. I find hope in the darkest of days and focus in the brightest. I do not judge the universe. Dalai Lama. This reflection attributed to the Dalai Lama speaks to an attitude of resilience and acceptance. Finding hope in the darkest of days is an expression of optimism and perseverance, suggesting that even in the most challenging times, there are glimmers of possibility and potential for positive change or growth. It's an encouragement to actively look for reasons to be hopeful rather than succumb to despair. Conversely, maintaining focus in the brightest implies that during times of success or happiness, one should remain grounded and attentive. It's a caution against complacency and a reminder to stay mindful and purposeful, even when things are going well. I do not judge the universe conveys a sense of humility and acceptance of things beyond one's control. This sentiment resonates with the concept of equanimity, an even-minded mental state or dispositional attitude toward all experiences, regardless of their emotional valence. It's an acknowledgement that the universe operates on a scale and scope beyond human understanding and control, and thus resists simplistic judgments of good or bad. Together, these principles form a philosophical approach to life that balances hope and focus, while also advocating for acceptance of the world's inherent unpredictability and vastness. It suggests a way of being that is both resilient in the face of adversity and conscientious in the midst of prosperity, without attaching to strict and potentially limiting judgments about the unfolding of events. Calm mind brings inner strength and self-confidence, so that's very important for good health. Dalai Lama. This quote, attributed to the Dalai Lama, draws a direct connection between the state of one's mind and their overall well-being. A calm mind is presented as the foundation upon which inner strength and self-confidence are built. The Dalai Lama is highlighting the interdependence of mental tranquility and physical health, suggesting that the former is crucial for the latter. A calm mind is often the result of practices like meditation, mindfulness, and other stress reduction techniques that are central to many spiritual traditions, including Buddhism. By reducing mental clutter and achieving a state of calm, individuals can better handle the stresses and challenges of daily life. Inner strength refers to the mental and emotional resilience that enables individuals to face adversity without being overwhelmed. Self-confidence is the belief in one's own abilities and worth. When a person is calm, they are better able to access and cultivate these qualities, which are essential for confronting life's challenges effectively. The assertion that this state of mind is very important for good health recognizes the holistic nature of health, which encompasses physical, mental, and emotional aspects. Modern medical research supports this view, indicating that stress can have significant adverse effects on the body, while a calm and positive mental state can enhance immune function, promote healing, and lead to better health outcomes. Overall, the Dalai Lama's statement encourages individuals to prioritize mental well-being as a key component of their health and to recognize the power of a peaceful mind in fostering resilience, confidence, and a healthy life. This is my simple religion. There is no need for temples, no need for complicated philosophy. Our own brain, our own heart is our temple. The philosophy is kindness. Dalai Lama. The quote you've referenced encapsulates a spiritual philosophy that prioritizes innate human values over external structures and dogmas. The Dalai Lama's words emphasize the idea that spirituality can be a personal, internal experience rather than one defined by formal places of worship or elaborate systems of thought. By saying our own brain, our own heart is our temple, he suggests that each individual possesses within themselves the capacity for reflection, compassion, and connection, the very qualities that many seek through religion. This inner sanctuary is where one can cultivate the qualities that religions aim to nurture, such as kindness, empathy, and moral wisdom. When he states the philosophy is kindness, he is simplifying the often complex and abstract nature of philosophical thought to a single, universally accessible principle. Kindness is an actionable concept that can guide one's behavior and interactions with others, thus forming the basis of a lived philosophy that has tangible effects on the world. This approach aligns with the Dalai Lama's broader teachings, which often focus on the importance of compassion and the interconnectedness of all beings. It also reflects a pragmatic approach to spirituality that can appeal to people across different cultures and beliefs, uniting them around the common goal of fostering kindness and understanding in their daily lives. Sleep is the best meditation. Dalai Lama. The phrase "sleep is the best meditation," often attributed to the Dalai Lama, underscores the restorative and rejuvenating power of sleep, paralleling it in importance to the practice of meditation. While the statement should not be taken to mean that sleep can or should replace meditation in a spiritual practice, it does highlight the role of sleep as a fundamental process for maintaining physical, mental, and emotional well-being. In many spiritual traditions, including Buddhism, meditation is a discipline aimed at calming the mind, achieving mental clarity, and developing deeper insight or enlightenment. By likening sleep to meditation, the Dalai Lama may be acknowledging that sleep, much like meditation, offers a period of rest and respite for the mind, allowing for healing, processing of experiences, and consolidation of memory. It is a natural state during which the body repairs itself, and the mind integrates the day's learning and experiences. Moreover, the statement can be interpreted as a reminder of the importance of taking care of one's body as part of a holistic spiritual practice. Just as meditation can lead to spiritual insights and personal growth, ensuring adequate and quality sleep is vital for maintaining the health and balance necessary to engage in such practices effectively. In the context of a busy, often stressful modern life, this saying also serves as a practical piece of advice, highlighting that prioritizing sleep is a form of self-care that can have profound effects on one's overall quality of life and should not be overlooked in one's daily routine. The roots of all goodness lie in the soil of appreciation for goodness. Dalai Lama. The quote from the Dalai Lama speaks to the fundamental role that gratitude plays in fostering positive qualities and actions. By likening appreciation to the soil in which goodness grows, he suggests that a mindful acknowledgement of the good in the world is the nurturing ground for further goodness to flourish. In this metaphor, the roots of all goodness represent the underlying structures that support and sustain virtuous qualities such as kindness, compassion, and altruism. Just as healthy roots are essential for a plant to thrive, a deep-seated appreciation for goodness is necessary for these virtues to take hold and grow in an individual's character. This perspective aligns with many spiritual and philosophical traditions that emphasize the importance of gratitude. When people consciously recognize and value the goodness around them, they are more likely to emulate it in their own behavior. This can create a positive feedback loop where acts of goodness beget further acts of goodness, contributing to a more compassionate and benevolent society. Additionally, the Dalai Lama's words encourage an active engagement with the world where one not only notices goodness but also cherishes and cultivates it. This can lead to a more fulfilling and meaningful life, as focusing on positive aspects can enhance overall well-being and encourage a greater sense of connectedness with others. In a broader sense, the Dalai Lama is advocating for a proactive stance towards the positive aspects of life, implying that the appreciation for goodness is not a passive state, but a dynamic process that can inspire and drive moral progress both in individuals and communities. In the practice of tolerance, one's enemy is the best teacher. Dalai Lama. This quote from the Dalai Lama highlights a profound and somewhat paradoxical truth within the context of personal growth and spiritual practice. The idea that one's enemy serves as the best teacher of tolerance is rooted in the belief that the most challenging situations and individuals provide the greatest opportunities for learning and self-improvement. In many spiritual traditions, including Buddhism, tolerance is not merely the passive acceptance of differences, but an active engagement with diversity and adversity that can foster patience, understanding, and compassion. When we encounter opposition or hostility, we are presented with a choice: to react with similar negativity or to rise above and respond with tolerance and understanding. An enemy, in this context, can be thought of as anyone or any situation that opposes one's goals, values, or well-being. Such challenges force us to confront our own biases, anger, and capacity for forgiveness. They test our ability to maintain composure and compassion under stress and can therefore be powerful catalysts for personal transformation. By embracing the difficulties posed by adversaries as opportunities to practice tolerance, we can develop a deeper sense of empathy and strengthen our ability to coexist peacefully with others. This teaching encourages viewing adversarial relationships and conflicts not as obstacles to happiness, but as instrumental in the cultivation of virtues that are essential for meaningful and harmonious living. It is very important to generate a good attitude, a good heart, as much as possible. From this, happiness in both the short term and the long term for both yourself and others will come. Dalai Lama. The Dalai Lama's words here convey the crucial importance of cultivating a positive mindset and a compassionate disposition. By emphasizing a good attitude, a good heart, he is suggesting that the qualities of mind and emotion are the seeds from which happiness grows, not just for the individual, but for those around them as well. This perspective is deeply rooted in the Buddhist understanding of interdependence and the law of karma, which posits that positive intentions and actions lead to positive outcomes, while negative intentions and actions lead to suffering. The good heart is a central concept in Mahayana Buddhism's ideal of the Bodhisattva, an enlightened being who seeks to benefit all sentient beings. The Dalai Lama's counsel suggests that by intentionally fostering a compassionate and kind outlook, one sets into motion a virtuous cycle that enhances one's own well-being and also contributes to the happiness of others. This is because 1. Inner peace. A good attitude contributes to personal tranquility. When you are at peace with yourself, it is easier to be at peace with the world and to experience contentment. 2. Positive relationships. Kindness and a good heart naturally lead to better relationships, as these qualities attract and inspire others, creating a supportive and caring social environment. 3. Resilience. With a positive mindset, you are more resilient to life's challenges, able to maintain a sense of perspective and recover more quickly from setbacks. 4. Influence. A good attitude is contagious. It influences others to respond in kind, which can improve the overall atmosphere of a community or society. The Dalai Lama is suggesting that the cultivation of such qualities is not just a passive state, but an active process that can have widespread and lasting effects. It is a strategy for living that has both immediate and long-term benefits, a form of emotional and ethical intelligence that can be a source of joy and fulfillment throughout one's life and can ripple out to touch the lives of others in positive ways. When you practice gratefulness, there is a sense of respect toward others. Dalai Lama. The Dalai Lama's message about gratefulness emphasizes the interconnectedness between gratitude and respect. Practicing gratitude inherently involves recognizing and appreciating the value of others and the contributions they make to our lives, whether big or small. Gratefulness is not just about saying thank you for benefits received, it is an acknowledgement of the effort and intention behind the actions of others. This can range from appreciating a kind gesture from a stranger to recognizing the dedication of close friends or family members. By being consciously grateful, we pay homage to the interconnected web of support and kindness that sustains us, which fosters a deeper respect for the dignity and worth of those around us. The Dalai Lama's teachings often echo the notion that emotions and attitudes like gratefulness are not just personal experiences but have social implications. Gratitude can transform our interactions and relationships, creating a culture of respect and appreciation that benefits everyone.